Welcome back. So now we got our fast travel system in place. Let's put some restrictions on it to where you have to find it first and make sure there's no enemies around before you try to teleport. So in our player blueprint, we're going to need to add a variable called found town portal ? We'll make that a boolean, compile, and then for its category we'll type in fast travel. That way we can keep all of our things like that together. We'll duplicate it. Found observatory portal. Duplicate again. Found hut portal. You'll basically do this for all the portals that you have. So found ocean. Oceano. Found ocean portal. And make sure that they are all defaulted to false, because you don't want to, when you start a game, you're not going to have any of them. So now in our fast travel menu, we'll go to each of our buttons, town, for instance, and under behavior is enabled, we will bind that to whether or not the player has found the town portal. Compile that. Go back, observatory, behavior, bind the is enabled, player reference, observatory. That was observatory I did right, yes, okay. So now under hut, same thing, scroll down to is enabled, create binding, drag out player reference. What am I on? Hut, get found hut portal. Back one more time for the ocean button. Create binding, drag out player reference, get, drag off, ocean. You want to make sure you get, and then hook that up. So now what you want to do is inside of your portals, you want to click your player detector and get rid of that right there, and add an on component begin overlap. Now, when something overlaps with this, we want to find out what the other actor is. So we'll drag off and make sure it equals our player reference. We'll add a branch with a B left click, plug that in, and if it is, then we'll drag out our player reference one more time and say set found town portal. And plug that in just like that. Now for the rest of them, the reason we duplicated with that already attached is because now we can just take all of this, Control C, we're going to compile that real quick, and go to my observatory portal, Control V, and instead of having to do all the other work, we can just set found observatory portal, and that's done. Compile that. Hut, same thing. I really want pizza now. I keep saying hut. Set found hut portal. Compile that. And one more for ocean. Not promote the variable. Ocean. Set found ocean portal. Compile that real quick. Now when I open, I can't go anywhere. But I'm going to go get the other one first. So if I go up here and I stand on the portal, now I can fast travel to the hut. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Now I can go to the town. So I'll test it out real quick. Go back to the town. Right where I need to be. Still can't go to the observatory or the ocean, but that's fine. I haven't found those yet. What you can also do in your fast travel menu, you can bind the text to whether or not they've found. Like you can set the text. For instance, I'll show you real quick. You can bind its variable to the same thing. Grab out your player ref, found town portal. Drag the return node back. We'll add a branch. And on if they have found the town portal, then we'll change the text to town. We'll Control-C and Control-V the return node, because if they have not found the town portal, it'll just be question marks. I won't waste your time going through all of them and showing you, but so see. And now when I go up to it and jump on it, oh, it's the town. Now I can teleport to the town. Good deal. So the last thing we want to do is make it to where you can't fast travel when there's too many enemies around. Like I said, I was very inspired by Fallout 4. So we're going to add a sphere collision real quick. Call it enemy detector. And we want to compile it. Set its radius to about 3,000 so that... I didn't put 30 again. No, okay, 3. So that any enemies within this range will prevent you from being able to fast travel. So we'll scroll down to its on begin overlap event and on end overlap event, which are the second and third green buttons respectively. Go to the event panel, event graph, the other actor. We want to drag off and see, not if it's equal, but if it has tag. So if the actor has the tag of enemy, then we want to add it, or we want to increase how many enemies are in range. So we will get our enemies in range, integer plus integer, and then set enemies in range to the new amount. Now on end overlap, we want to do it just a little bit differently. So Control-C, Control-V to make sure that it has the tag. And now we want to grab out our enemies in range and get greater than. We want to find out if it's greater than 0. Because if it's not greater than 0 for some fluke, then you don't want to remove anything from it. So if it's not greater than 0, then we want to just set it to 0 to prevent it from going into the negatives. But if it is greater than 0, then we want to set how many enemies in range are. We'll get how many are in range, and we will subtract 1 from it. So we'll test that out real quick. I'm just going to throw a couple knights, you know what, up here. When I exit out in a second, you're going to see an error, but it's only because I'm just dragging out the knights and not the patrol point, so they're not going to have a point in mind to patrol to. So it's just trying to let me know about that. But besides the point, let's carry on. So first, I want to grab that portal up here. That's also why they're not moving, they're just standing there. I also don't think we've set up the nav mesh for this far. But now I'll go grab my town portal, check it real quick. Why is it already active? It shouldn't be. So I can teleport to the town, teleport back to the hut. But now when I try to teleport back to the town, there's enemies too close. So once I get out of range of them, they're still too close. Oh, it's that deer. The deer, I forgot they're registered as enemies. Alright, now let's try. We'll change the deer up in a bit. Alright, see, that's that error about no patrol point for the AI move to. It's no problem. You can either leave them out and drag a patrol point and then assign it. I'm just going to delete them. And then, so, set that up. It's not working now. Is it something about this portal? Did I mess this one up somehow? No? Oh, your character will keep running if you open the menu. Okay, so one thing we want to do, one more thing, is in our player blueprint on our open fast travel menu button, set input mode UI only. You know what, let's take that out and we'll set input mode game and UI. We'll set the in widget to focus the same. This way if our character stops running, they'll be able to kind of run around while it's open. And that'll prevent the menu from getting... Yeah, so you can stop and run and all that stuff at the same time. So, test it real quick. I can go to the town. And you can customize all those meshes with, you know, like little effects, little lights or particle systems to let the player know you've activated this waypoint. But for this, we'll just leave it like this. Stamina don't recharge very fast, do it? But that'll come with our skill tree. We'll be able to increase its recharge rate. Let's test it real quick. And there you go. So now, if enemies are too close, you can't teleport, and if you haven't found it, you can't teleport. So that's it for this one, and thanks for stopping by. See y'all in the next one.